Okay, looks like we're live. Looks like we have a better stream. Looking. I think I almost broke my chair. Um, Throw a rager. Looks like Turner, Michael, and Alyssa are all in the kitchen together. And as we all know, Michael is a white person who's got white guilt. And he's literally just trying to further his. He held on to this racist bullshit narrative for as long as he could as it furthered his own game. He used the white alliance. He could have said it before. He didn't. He used that white alliance that he knew that the cookout absolutely existed. The cookout was real. Tiffany Eric X, which is a way more marginalized part of the Big Brother community. She excluded Derek X, and then she went on this whole tirade of racism of Derek X. So you cannot say that the cookout wasn't racist. They were absolutely racist. I can't even say it. Sociology is it's a science, and then when you start getting into the definitions of sociology, you start getting into the definitions of racism, bigotry, ethnicism, all of these things. These are all racist bullshit. Taylor, I can't even play this clip. She only wants to vote out people that aren't her color. That is the definition of racism. Kyle says one word mentioning the possibility that there could be another cookout, which absolutely could be. Is there anybody here that will argue that a cookout can't form again? And it was strictly based on race, not based on the character of somebody's, like, it's not based on anything else but the race. How can anybody be okay with that? How can anybody be okay with a game that's strictly based on race? And so then we have what's going on right now. Everybody's saying KKK Kyle with the most vaguest descriptions of what he did. Did he say anything derogatory to colored people? No. This will get Turner and his family doxxed. Like, Turner has businesses just from being associated with Kyle. These people, they don't look into it, they don't read into it, they go straight for the throat. They're gonna make Turner probably lose so much business because he's racist when Turner's not racist and Kyle's not racist. This is a complete sham. It's a complete mockery of the game. We can go through Twitter and we can have a great time on Twitter. Let's do that. Let's see what horrible things the people on Twitter say, because obviously we have Taylor, who vowed to not vote out any person of color, which that's race-based decision making. It's not okay. You can't make race-based decisions in 2022. I thought we moved past that. But no, apparently the only way to beat racism is to be more racist in the future. So yeah, so let's hear what good old.
I don't respect you for doing that because I know, like, today I was like, I know one thing that's not good for my game.
Oh, they cut it off. It's not good for your game. What's not good for your game? Making false accusations about racism, about how y'all had one small talk about the cookout and a white alliance that you use for your advantage. Michael used this white alliance that he is so against 2 weeks later. He used that to his advantage. He was using white alliances to his advantage until he was on the chopping block, until he's staring down the barrel of a gun. Now, all of a sudden, he's like, what can I use? White guilt, racism. Racism doesn't matter anymore when you have people like Taylor, who says that she won't vote out any people of color. That is 100% definition of racism. What, you're not going to vote out anybody of color? Why is that? Is it because you're racist? Oh yeah, and Kyle, he's still in the house. Oops. Oops. Okay, let's see. 2:55 p.m. Turner asked if Kyle knows everyone knows about this. Monty said he's trying to get into the DR, but is hiding in the HNR. Turner says Kyle wanted Monty up as a pawn. I didn't see them talk about it. That's the way at least one of the people of color goes home. Turner says, I highly doubt. Turner says that's the only way a person of color goes home. See, this is the violent rhetoric that's going to get somebody doxxed and hurt. You can't have this violent speech. This will make Democratic radicals dox their businesses and go after them. This is disgusting. It's absolutely the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in Big Brother history. Like, the cookout was formed on a race only. There was no character. They hated each other. The cookout hated each other. Derek hated each other. The only person that wasn't involved in the cookout that was a minority was an even under. It was Derek X. Derek X is even underrepresented. Derek X is the most underrepresented race in all of Big Brother, and they still attacked him because of his race. So the cookout is not just a white person racist group. The cookout was racist against every race but African Americans. We all know this. We all saw it. I mean, if we really want, I've videotaped it. I videotaped Tiffany going after Derek X. The same way that Taylor thinks it's okay that you can just promote racism. You can just promote that you don't want to send home a person of color. Well, is there another reason? No, actually, I hate Jasmine, but because she's a person of color, I'm going to keep her. Like, So it's okay for her to say that, but not okay for a white person to say that. What, where in sociology does that make sense? Could somebody please come on here and tell me why it's okay for any person to discriminate based on race? Is it okay for any person to discriminate based on race? Please tell me. Yeah, well, what about the cast? What about these backyard pictures? I don't get it.
Right at the start.
I was just looking for the moon, and I don't see her anywhere. So,
Wait a minute.
oh.
I'm gonna call.
Oh.
You're telling me that one star is the only one that's visible right now?
It's gotta be real bright.
What star? Yeah, you know what it is? Moving.
Maybe there's one over here. I just saw it. Where'd it go? Ah.
There's one star. It ain't moving. Well, yeah, it's not moving. They usually don't move that fast.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Line is it in between?
Oh,
right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
There is no South Star.
There is no South Star. Jesus.
Wonder if anyone has ever
Please,
seen the star.
please give Taylor a brain.
I think technically, because the way that
That
light years work,
that is so crazy.
the star that you were looking at.
It's been out for billions of years.
I wonder if that light has ever approached Earth at the time anyone ever looked at it.
Hold
And
on.
then it's gone. Yeah. Like,
When you say approach Earth, what do you mean, like?
Okay,
light has
the
hit Earth over the course of like a billion
Oh,
the cookout based their alliance solely on skin color, not racist. How is that?
Probably not. I'll be right back.
How is basing? How are grouping together a whole bunch of people that are the same color not racist? It is literally race-based discrimination. That's saying that
Maybe Taylor would join.
you are a certain color, that means that you're a part of our group. That's ethnocentrism.
Quick bathroom run.
That means that we are all a part of the same thing. That's racist. That's racism. My bad. I'm sorry. Sarcasm. My bad. I've been in a rant because I was so upset. I thought Kyle actually went home, and it just hurt me to the bone to know that if he self-evicted because of fear that his family was going to be hurt because of this these radical like undertones, I just can't stand anymore. I love this game. I love Big Brother. I love the cookout. I love Tiffany. I love them so much. Like, they were all great. They were great players. They played it good. I honestly don't care about it. It's just the fact that, you know, Taylor can say, oh, I want these people out and I want to keep these people because they're a certain race. And in no way, shape, or form should that ever be accepted in 2022. Like, people should be judged on their character, not race. Like, I don't care who you are. The cookout excluded Derek X because he was an Asian, underrepresented, the most underrepresented people in Big Brother, the Asian community. And they all band together. They were like, well, we got to get him out because he is not a part of us. It's not, it's just not, It's just racism. Like we're past that. If we want to move past racist ideology, we have to get rid of all of it. You know, there can be no person that is valued more because of their race. It just hurts. You know, it hurts the game. It hurts everybody. And I don't believe that Kyle is racist. I asked these people on Twitter, I say, what did he say that was racist? Please tell me, like, what did he say derogatory towards the people of color? Can anybody tell me? And it was just like, oh, well, he said that he wanted to form an alliance that was based off of the same thing that the cookout was based off of. And that's a completely legitimate line of thinking, knowing that the cookout absolutely steamrolled the last Big Brother. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do it? Wow. I mean, but luckily, like all the twists and everything, they tried to stop that from happening. They put so many twists involved that they tried to stop it from happening. And what we got to understand is it's not so much, you know, if Kyle would have went home, that I was just going to be upset because Kyle was going home. I'm just upset that he was fearing for his family's safety. And then Turner has a business. Turner could have everything ripped away from him from doxing. Like, what if they burn down his business because they think that somehow he's aligned with a racist white supremacist? You know, these are the type of things that are being spewed on Twitter, that he's a racist ideologue, and it's absolutely not true. It is absolutely not true. Yeah, duh, Taylor was the first target. Still doesn't mean it's okay to target somebody based on race. They weren't targeting Taylor based on race. Good for you, Kyle. Good for you, Kyle. He's still in the game. Kyle is still in the game. No matter what you people wanted to happen, Kyle's still in the game. Just heard something. I don't know what my live chat keeps appearing. That's the problem now. If Turner puts up Monty, God dog it, quit. That's a problem now. If Turner puts up Monty, that's two black people up. He put up, and that alone will make him racist. Which Turner puts up Kyle. I wish it would just stay up. Watch Turner put up Kyle to save face. He can't. If he puts up Kyle to save face, that would be crazy. But it wouldn't be unheard of, because this is the way it is. I have no clue who won the veto.
Where is my switcher?
But when we have active racists like Taylor in the House, who strictly bases their decisions on race, you can't have her there. Like that's the true racist. Dude, they were even calling Daniel a racist. Daniel is the most liberal person in the world, but they were calling him racist because of the game moves he was making that other people were forcing him to do. Amira was telling him to put up Taylor.
Well, that's
I'll eat some salmon skin any day. That's juicy.
Salmon skin, yuck.
Squeak job. No, actually. 100%. Oh, yeah.
I think she would like that song that that one. That's just something that I think is a universal vibe.
I didn't mean to ask you to listen anyway. I'm forgetting.
She said,
That's a never.
Alright, here we go. Kyle is taking a shower right now.
I'm gonna get a splinter cocktail here one day. A wine bar, winter. White wine and some splinter. They only give us beer and wine. Beer and wine. Yeah. Gotta be a wine. I wanna go play.
It's so funny how like social justice warriors always want to like build people up, but the instant something happens, they just want to tear them down. They want to rip people to shreds. Like they don't want anything like good for these people. Like they really are ravage. They just ravage anything that doesn't agree with them. They'll like slaughter them. No matter what they want to say that they're social justice warriors, they're in to help people. Like, look at how sad this dude is. Like, he didn't do anything compared to what Taylor did. Taylor literally advocated and said that I'm not voting out people strictly based on race. That's race-based discrimination. Race-based discrimination. Taylor uses race-based discrimination.
Continue. I really appreciate the pink cap you gave me. Not too
Who's more racist? Taylor
I like how they give everyone. No, these are my original ones.
or Kyle? Taylor or Kyle? Who's more racist? Taylor or Kyle? Could somebody please tell me who's more racist? Taylor or Kyle? Taylor has vocally stated that she will not vote out anybody that's a person of color. Kyle mentions the cookout. Who's more racist? The person actively advocating for saving people strictly based on race, or the person who just mentions the cookout and maybe the cookout is forming again? I mean,
Next time, can I just get a thank you, then you are not allowed to talk about production?
thank you, and then you're not allowed to talk about production? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Michael and Brittany saw their back against the corner, so they were like, oh, this white alliance that we were a part of and we're gonna go to the end with no longer serves us, so we're gonna push that into the world. We're gonna push the racism card. Dude, it was like their only card out. When they were hammering out their plan to go after Kyle for what he said, I mean, it's just like a lawyer. It's like, okay, we're gonna go after this guy for saying racist, bigoted terms. All the while, Taylor is sitting there actively advocating for a race-based decision, racial discrimination based solely on race. Like, she's like, oh, I'm not gonna vote out Jasmine because she's a person of color. Well, what's the difference between that and Kyle? Racism should not be anywhere in 2022. I'm sorry if anybody's mad at me for saying that, but racism has no place, not on either side. We need to move past race. It's gotten old really fast. It's like one person can do it because of inequity, social inequity. Well, where does that change? At what year does that change? Demographics change every 10 years. If you were a sociology minor or major, or you studied sociology in college or in high school, you know that sociology verbally states, it specifically states that racism and intolerance of any kind isn't okay from anyone. If you pick somebody based on racial qualities, the color of one's skin, instead of somebody's characteristics, then you're always gonna lose. It's not a good way to practice selecting people, like in your business, on your football teams, anything. It's the best person should get the job.
I thought you went to bed.
But as you can see, Kyle is still in the house. Kyle's still there. That means Turner's still the HOH, and I don't think Turner gets swayed very much. The only thing I could see swaying Turner is the doxing of his businesses, people attacking his wife Megan because of false narratives of racism. These are racist, violent people that will go after you at the hint of racism, if they even think that you're racist. But the fact is that Taylor is the racist. Taylor's the racist. Nobody wants to go out after her. It's okay to be racist to white people. Why is it okay? Is, like, from a sociology standpoint, is it okay to be racist towards anybody? Is it okay to have one person be held to a higher standard because of the color of their skin? Is it okay to look at somebody and say, oh, I give them more credibility because of the race of because of the color of their skin? I cannot stand it. I hope that Kyle turns this around and gives a big middle finger to everybody in this house. He's taking a shower alone. Brittany is a floater. She's a number one A1 floater that's riding on an attorney's coattails. She is just a yes woman. She goes, yes, 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 yes. Every time Michael says something, every time Michael does something, it's just based on him. They are a more powerful duo than Alyssa and Kyle ever thought about being.
That's fine too, right? But you create a little V in between your index number and thumb. Make sure that thumb is nice.
Oh my God, they don't know how to play pool.
And that's a pretty slick part of your hand. So yeah, there you go.
You got it there?
Yep. And then from there, make sure that this back arm is as robotic as possible. So sit it at a 90-degree angle and just slam it home.
How's that one?
That is the worst way to teach somebody how to play pool.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Aw,
Close.
power now.
Wait.
Oh, good night, Brittany.
Sheets. Damn.
Hit it.
And so now all 4 cameras turn to Kyle. Hang in there, dude. Hang in there, dude. You didn't even say anything derogatory about anybody. Hang in there, dude. Hang in there.
There's gotta be like a Paramount, CBS, Universal is also at Rant. Viacom. Yeah, I think it's Viacom CBS. That's the company now. There's gotta be like a Viacom CBS Universal. Yes.
No, we were just getting started.
Having a good time. I'm having a good time. Is it someone else's turn still? That's not.
I think my turn.
Oh, you keep going.
Yeah.
Alright.
What should we do? We'll just.
It's probably gonna be a late night for me, folks.
Yeah, we can split the difference.
Yeah.
What's out? Probably just.
Let's shake the, what's half? 7? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Why am I late?
It's gonna be. Might as well have more. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I'll take the 8, you take the 7.
It's discountable. I will do teachers.
Got it. I just went for it.
What they're up to at the jury house, Joseph is Indy. You know what I mean? Joseph is hooking up with Indy. That's what's going on at the jury house. We all know it.
I mean, just imagine a house.
It smells so good.
And right. It will be multiple every week. It's more chaotic.
That's right.
Yeah, this week's element.
I mean, oh god. This is like, it's gonna be a nightmare, honestly. Everything that he was hoping to not experience. Yeah, quite literally. I'm sure that they're like having their own version of fun.
Oh yeah. I wonder if like they have alcohol or.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I'm kind of like. I mean, the one thing for sure that I mean, I really hope I make it far just so I don't have to live with Jasmine too long. Yep. I mean, you have more, you know, reasons why just for living. I can, man, like, oh yeah, just a lot of stuff that she does is just, I'm so surprised that for her age and, you know, all that sort of shit.
So let's know exactly here.
Yeah.
Starting next week.
Dude, they don't even care about Kyle. They hate Jasmine because she's a wench.
Do we solidify the relationship of like the Taylor side or like the Terrence side? And I'm fine with either.
Yeah. Right now I think it's a matter of numbers. Cause, all right, say Kyle's out this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next week, we can hope and pray for an HOH. But say if Michael comes down with the Thunder yet again and wins himself one, then I think that week we gotta, you're good, they said that they're not going to put you up.
That's what Michael told me as well. So I was like, fantastic.
And Taylor just confirmed the same
Lies.
thing.
Yeah.
So I think you're straight for next week.
Lies.
Like, she literally was like, we cannot punish somebody for doing the right thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh
That's
my
the truth.
God.
So, for me, you know, they tried to pull me in, and I would hope that they would want to stick to that agreement. I hope I didn't do anything to jeopardize that, which I don't think I did. I was just being honest. But the week after, though, I think that's the week where once Michael can't win an HOH, if there's any sort of ball sport, I really feel like we can get them.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. BB Comics hasn't even been played.
Somewhere, or
a ball
knocking
sport,
down
dude.
something with a ball. I really feel like that would be.
Dude,
Right on
send
the
Monty
our
home.
Good because, like,
How could you send Kyle
gotta
home
make
saying that it's the
fucking
right thing to
literally
do?
what I'm about to say. Alright, so just like, I feel like it is good that that side wins. Right now, they're going to go after
Yes.
Alyssa Terrence.
Yep.
That.
Oh,
well,
Turner's fallen for this
somehow
100%.
2 in a row
He
will
just
bring
said
us
that
to 5.
that how are they going to vote out Turner for doing the right thing, which their right thing is voting out Kyle.
I don't know. I feel
Dude,
like
the right thing would be voting out Taylor because she's already said
100%. I think
racist
we got to get to a point where
bullcrap.
if the two of us get the final 4 sort of scot-free,
Oh my God.
like Alyssa and Terrence are going to understand the situation. You know what I mean? Like, they knew about leftovers if we continue to align with the folks that we were always aligned with. And
because they're not going to take us out, and I don't think the other side's going to take us out because they're both focused
This
on each
is the
other.
dumbest plan I've ever heard.
so I think that's the situation at hand.
For sure.
And we just have to, like, play our cards right. Don't do anything to incriminate ourselves.
Exactly.
Which neither one of us really ever
We're
does.
smart people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Turner, you're already on the block.
Exactly.
Dude, you're dead in the water. If you
I
don't
think
save
that's how we
Kyle,
play
you're
it.
dead.
You know, rock out from there.
Yeah, obviously.
They went from a solid
If anyone
4-person
wants to
alliance
use your
running the
name, I'm looking
game
out for you.
to
Yeah,
now
I can tell, like,
Kyle
what
being
he's on.
white
100%.
guilted.
I
I mean, Turner
I haven't
being
heard
white
none of that,
guilted into
especially
putting
after
Kyle up
everything that's happened today.
and
Oh, yeah,
destroy
I
him.
think anyone except one person is the last person on anyone's radar, so.
Yeah.
They're about to destroy Kyle and Turner at the same time.
Oh, I hit the ball.
There we go.
You know,
also
congratulations.
played pretty well.
Congratulations,
Defense
Monty.
is good offense.
Congratulations for all of them because they really pulled a fast one. They really pulled a fast one on.
I think we're set right now. Yeah, we probably.
They pulled a
it's gonna
fast one.
suck because, you know, if we do win HOH, it's gonna be a matter of who we put up with the claws and all that. Yeah, that's why.
Dude,
This week.
Monty is not gonna save Turner. Turner, all the white people are on the block now. Like, it's over, dude. Like, cookout round 2 it's on. It's gonna be Terrence, Taylor, and Monty.
We haven't, like, I know we just came to this point, but I was in the entire family. So, like, but for you,
Like, right on. Like, that makes really good sense. I don't feel going nowhere.
That's so crazy. Turner just gave up $750,000. He was in there to be the final 3. But now with the social justice warriors telling him to stab Kyle in the back, well, there you go. Like, I don't even know who won the HOH. I mean, the veto or whatever. I couldn't even watch it. I thought he self-evicted, so I was like, dude, this whole season's over.
100%.
Just the fact that nobody can tell me the derogatory things that Kyle said, it just disgusts me. You know, go after somebody who's a real racist.
Him not, like, throwing my name out now, but I still think that
shit, because he was living with his mom, and he's broke. You get a stipend if you stay. I'm sure it's a good like 18 grand. You know, that's a nice bit of money, like 18 grand. Uh, just it's just
Yeah, because I mean, you look at the comps.
the way I see it. Next season, they should have like a majority of Asian Americans
Right.
and a majority of African Americans. The two most underrated
Oh, for sure.
they've been on the show less, like the two underrepresented groups,
No,
Asian Pacific Islanders, and African Americans. I think it, and no white people.
oh my god, that was
I think they should just, and then just see them go at each other, you know, because they will ultimately form race-based relationships and show that they are the most racist ethnic groups in the world. I mean,
I think that between the two of us,
It-
we've done the least amount of like.
I mean, fuck, dude, white people are fucking racist as shit. You know, they're fucking racist. So, dude, everybody's racist, and it just sucks that it's played out this way. We need to abolish racism, and the only way to do it is to take the sociology standpoint, which says you can't give a person a higher quality just because of their race. They're, you know, they can't be like way up here, like, oh, you're this race, so that means that you're above everybody else. You know, it's given so much to this thing that doesn't matter. My skin, like, I'm a white person, people will be like, oh, fuck you, you're a white person, you don't know the struggles. Well, then how do you learn anything if I can't learn the struggles? Like, then how do you learn anything? How do you learn science? How do you learn chemistry or physics or how to build a nuclear bomb? It's
So yeah,
it's like
I don't know, man.
the struggles of everybody. Everybody has to deal with them.
Michael,
African Americans get singled out by the police, and they are shot for being unarmed. Like, it's absolutely disgusting. But that's a city problem. The police police themselves. Like, how in the world did the police police themselves? I just don't get it. You know, internal affairs should never be. It should be a city council. It should be like a city, like a city council type of deal that has subpoena power to indict these police officers that clearly go after the African American community more than anybody else.
to me, I think that's a very logical.
But in here, Kyle and Turner are not racist. These are good people, man. And it just sucks to know that these people, they label them and they don't look into it. They just say KKK Kyle when he has never said one derogatory thing about a person of color. And I think, you know, Julie Chen should state that, because there's going to be a lot of violence pointed directly at Turner and Kyle, you know. Even if Turner gets rid of Kyle, they will still go after Turner's business and maybe even attack Megan. It sucks, dude. It sucks. But I'm so happy that Kyle stayed in the house. He'll get voted out like he should. He's not a Paloma, you know. Stand up on your own 2 feet. No matter what happens, you know, he shouldn't have said that. You know, he shouldn't have. You know, there should be no talk of like race involved in these games. But I think also the next season should be tailored so this can't happen. And the only way that this can't happen again is to take the majority of white people out of the game.
Like, that's why I was feeling like.
And so I advocate for there to be a minority of white people in the game. And I think that should just be the way it is. I don't think white people can play this game anymore in a fair competition because they'll always be excluded for being, you know, they'll just always be singled out. White people are always going to be singled out, and it won't never change. So either Big Brother won't have another season, or people love it. And I just hope that they don't bring back any more white people. I think that let's have more Indian. Let's have just way more ethnicities on the show, so this can't never happen again. Uh, I just don't ever want to see or hear this racism ruin the game that I love. I love Big Brother so much. It's been such a big part of my life all through college. I would come home, I would do my homework, and I would watch Big Brother live feeds, and I'd love every minute of it, man. And it just hurts me so bad to hear that now in 2022 that racism has ruined the game that I love. Uh, I love Big Brother, man. I hate to hear that people are getting singled out because of race, and people don't want to vote people out strictly based on race. That's, you know, it's crazy. What if they were like, well, I'm not voting out Evil Dick because he's white. Like, no, let's vote out Evil Dick because he's a dick. Like, he's a jerk.
One of those is going to be a double, so
There is not going to be another double eviction, my friends. Well, there might be, because, football season and everything. But this whole season is crazy. So
I gotta
crazy.
start getting back, like, studying up on things, whatever it is they could possibly ask us about. The only thing is like, are they gonna quiz us on days of things happening? Because
Yes, they're going to quiz you on days of things happening. Have you ever watched this game?
of course.
It's like,
Good Lord.
Since we have a split house, like, we don't know what days things happen for you guys, for us. I mean, we do, but like, there's no way to confirm that. That's the part that feels a little not forward. You gotta forget Marie and stuff. Yeah. I just want also a little. Yeah. I think I want to do the 7 just so I can set up for the whole. I mean, 4 could just make mistakes. But yeah, that's my read on things.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, when did it come out?
That game?
Wait, sorry.
Oh, that was a good one.
Felt good. Just need to play Michael in pool. I think that's for sure. I think. Good. Oh, fucking missed. Maybe not. But yeah, I think we're good, compadre, at least for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, so
I think we're solid.
just solid, because then, it's up, that's final 6 or 5.
Yeah, dude,
That
that's.
is a good goal for the time being.
Who would have thought it?
I was just concerned not going home first.
What was that?
I just didn't want to go home first. But
Yeah, I know,
made
right?
it a lot further than that.
I know. It's dope. It's a pretty cool thing.
You find yourself reading your HOH letter a lot?
No, I haven't read that one in a while. Although I probably should. Dude, I mean, it's been hard to sleep recently. Like, just got so much on my mind, like before I go to sleep. So I just think like I've been thinking too much about the game, and I probably need to take a step back and sort of chill a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
And I think this is probably the perfect time to do it.
See, this is the misinformation that constantly goes on. This lady, Lisa B, tweeted, "This is misinformation. This needs to be taken off of Twitter," because he didn't say it. Anything like this. This is a quote, but it's not. It's not. It's a.
Oh wow! I think that did
It's
it.
like it's not anything what he said. Kyle Carpenter has ruined this season. After a horrible start, it somehow managed to get some good traction, but he completely derailed because of his bigotry. I literally feel sick in my stomach now. Wow, KKK Kyle now explicitly saying that he wants to target all racial, ethnic minorities in the House, and his biggest fear is them uniting against him.
Just running scenarios in my head.
Like it didn't happen before. We all watched the cookout. Like, who didn't see the cookout? They used race-based discrimination to single-handedly eliminate everyone that wasn't an African American. They went after Derek X, the totally underrepresented person in Big Brother, the Asian community. They went after him strictly because of race. And I have Tiffany admitting to it, saying that he's not our color. He's not with us. He's not a part of us. You know? Where is that okay? Can somebody please tell me where in sociology that it's okay to discriminate someone solely based on race?
Feeling a little iffy about just like the whole situation with Joe, and like when you said you heard information versus when you told Tan. It's like it just.
That's what I've been feeling weird since that day.
Yeah.
How dare they? How dare they ever, say that there's race-based discrimination going on, and then point at Kyle. What did he say? Bigotry? That's not bigotry. Pointing out what happened last season isn't bigotry.
He came back and like he was telling me information like selectively. Felt like it was just like, okay, now I can tell.
Bigotry and race-based discrimination, which has plagued this country for more than 50 years, probably 400 years. Race-based discrimination is what Taylor did. Taylor selectively picked Jasmine and said, "I'm not going to send a black woman home." Race only. Everybody, Monty just got through saying how much he hates Jasmine and doesn't want to spend 1 minute more than he has to in the jury house with this woman. So everybody hates Jasmine, yet Taylor wants her to stay in the house because of color only. She will not vote out based on color only. That's race-based discrimination and belongs nowhere in our society in 2022. And that's where I'm going to end it. There should be no race-based discrimination in 2022, no matter who it is. It's not okay. This has been a rant from Prince Vegeta-son. Goodbye.
Not having things figured out and all that sort of stuff.